All right, I'm headed home. Just want to give you a quick little FSD video. I'll go ahead and turn that on now. We'll go hands-free the whole way home, see if we can make it. Looking for no interventions, no disengagements. Interestingly enough, I've noticed over the last couple of days that FSD 12.553 has gotten a little wonky on me. Typically that means, in the past, it's meant that I'm going to be getting a new version like really soon. I don't know why that is. It's always been that way for the last several years that I've tested it. Right before a new version is uploaded to my car, it seems to get kind of wonky and just makes mistakes that I haven't been seeing over the past month or two. So no problem here. Standard traffic along a residential road, a pretty big residential road. I'll call it a commercial road. And we're going to be making a left turn. It's a double lane left turn at the light. We're going to be going straight for a couple miles after that. So it gets over. It actually crossed over the yellow line. No big deal. This little lane right here, it's a very busy street. It always backs up, you know, sometimes quarter mile at this lights, even in the double lane traffic. So that is not abnormal to have to cross over a yellow line. Quick yellow light, no problem. FSD moved right through the light perfectly. That was really well done. I do have a warning down here. It says full self-driving may be degraded because of poor weather detected, but it's just sprinkling. It's been doing pretty well in the rain. In fact, it took me home the other night in the rain and was amazing. And it was raining hard. Moved over into the right lane prior to that car in front of me moving over, which it was probably going to try to get around that car, but he moved over in front of me. Let's see if it tries to pass him here in a few minutes. I'm going 3 miles under the speed limit. Now, right now, what I could do, if I didn't like this speed, I could tap the accelerator and move past him and maintain the speed that I raised to, but we're at the speed limit, no big deal. I'd rather have a no intervention drive, put the software to its tests, right? It's no big deal. 3.5 miles straight down this road, should have no issues whatsoever on this road. All right, we're coming to a yellow light. Should have stopped there, and it did stop there. No problems at all. Notice yellow lights have maybe been hit or miss with these last 2 versions I've had, where sometimes it would go through where I wouldn't have gone through, but not an issue there whatsoever. Certainly safe. So this is called Tesla supervised full self-driving, meaning my eyes have to pay attention to the road the entire time. I do not have to put my hands on the wheel, but it is monitoring my eye movement. And anytime I were to look at the screen, it would warn me. Let me show you what FSD supervised means. It means if you look away from the screen, like I'm doing now, I'm looking at my main screen, and look away from the road, it tells me, please pay attention to the road. It knows I'm doing it, so I pay back attention, the video goes back and it continues its drive. You do that enough times and get enough beeps at you, and it will shut off for the entirety of the ride and give you a strike, and you have enough strikes and you can get it taken away from you. But no big deal to just show you what that looks like. So for those of you that are saying, I would never get in a car that has FSD on it, I'm too scared. Like, this is no problem whatsoever. I got over maybe a little bit earlier than that, but whatever. It was not a harsh brake. I don't know what it looks like on the video. That was a very nice controlled slowdown, maintaining speed with the rest of traffic around me, even in the rain. Just really great. Rain's gotten a little harder here. We'll see if the windshield wipers can keep up. Sometimes they, yeah, they're good. I think they're probably on a level 2 or something now. Felt like that was going to go in a little harder stop, but actually it was super controlled. Very nicely done. There is just, and not in a long time, I've been a beta tester a long time, have I ever had an experience where I'm just like, feel like I'm gonna slam into someone in front of me. It's really, really good at that, and has been for a very long time. Rain's starting to pick up a little bit. I'd have gotten around this guy. I've got a mile and a half left, just over a mile left. I would have gotten around it. Guy's going 4 miles under the speed limit. The rest of the traffic around me, as you can see, is also going very slow because of the rain. So no big deal. All right, interesting that it's interesting. It's really slowed down when the guy got over to the left. Almost anticipating that. There's no way that happened, but almost anticipating that we were going to get a red light. Anyway, we got caught by a red light. So that was something interesting. I don't know if that was due to the rain that it was slowing down, or maybe it actually did anticipate that light. I'd be shocked if that was the case. But either way, very safe, very controlled. What do you want to know about FSD? Type down in the comments. What do you want to know that you either might have a misconception about or you're curious about? Happy to answer those in the comments. All right, green light. We're off again. Another mile until we have to make a left up here. We're already in the left-hand lane. Long time ago, this stretch of road, it would always be in the right-hand lane, and in the last 0.2 miles, it would try to cut over to make that turn up here to go towards my house. And man, it was so frustrating because I just get over in the freaking lane that when you have to intervene at all, it takes away that feeling of wonder that you get when you're riding with FSD. And so to have to always manually move it over, even though it's just a button push, was always super annoying. It should know, and has gotten better at planning turns. Not perfect. From my watching of FSD 13 videos, I have seen that the planning does seem to have gotten better. And with some of the engineers' comments on X, it does seem that that is something that is continually getting better and better, and should just improve rapidly over time, the planning. So that's a huge part of driving, is what's going to happen next. Okay, we're coming up to a protected left turn here. at a light. This should be no problem, and it has been no problem for many, many years at this light. On our final stretch to my house. Completely intervention free so far. No issues, no disengagements, no driver input whatsoever. Completely hands-free. I assume you can see the steering wheel, and this is the first time I've done one of these videos. I assume you can see the steering wheel in the video. That you can tell I'm not faking it or something stupid like that. There's no point in me doing that. If it's a problem, I'm going to share it with you. It only helps the software get better. So even with the head-on traffic, no problem at all. Gets into the close lane. It does have to get over in 0.4 miles to turn into my subdivision. This is heavily trafficked in this area right here, with people going in and out of the grocery store. But and especially in a school zone late in the afternoon, there's this whole road is lined with cars going into the school. It's right down here. But not an issue. Got into the correct lane. No standing puddles, which this street is notorious for holding standing puddles. I did notice recently that it has been driving around standing puddles, which is really cool. So one of the unique things about my subdivision, and this turn since day one has always been slower than I would have ever taken it. It's just slow. I don't know why it takes a slow turn here, but it is 30 miles an hour. But my subdivision is interesting. This is coming up to a gated community. And so right now I've got some Christmas wreaths on the gate, but you'll see as we pull in here, FSD is going to stop for the gate. It recognizes there's a gate in front of it, and it's going to stop and wait for something to happen. It just knows it can't go forward, right? I've got a remote here. I'm going to open the gate. Now, in the past, when the gate is opened, it's just gone through it. This particular version, for whatever reason, doesn't want to go through it. I'm going to sit here for just a second. It acts like it wants to, but it never does. I can see that the wheel's moving. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'll tap the accelerator to go forward. To tell it to go forward, it will continue on its drive. And just for privacy reasons, I'm going to turn it off before we get to my house. My house is down the road here.